Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two European brandies at 40% alcohol. This is Odessa V.S.O.P. brandy. Don't know when it was introduced. Doesn't even have a trademark indication on it. So it might be one of these that's not even trademarked. But anyway, it is from Odessa. It says original recipe since 1863. So they're claiming it's from 1863. So we'll go along with that. I know the company was founded in 1863. It is from Shustoff. Shustoff Cognac Distillery in Ukraine. And they opened in 1863, like I said a little bit ago. And that was back then, it was the Russian Empire. And they've gone through different ownership changes. Even the government under the Bolsheviks, communists, seized their property. Thankfully, after that regime collapsed in 1991, they eventually got their company back from the thieves. Okay, I found this at Total Wine & More, and it was $11.99. A good deal. Then my friend David found an entire 1,750 milliliter bottle, a handle, for $9.99 at a different store. That was amazing. That's the greatest deal in the world. Okay. Shustoff makes lots of brandies. They call it a cognac factory, but it's not in France. But we only get this one, Odessa. They used to have a khaki label. Then around 3 years ago, they converted to this like a cobalt blue label. I don't know why they changed, but either label looks fine. You might find the older label. Okay, the competitor is Montmartre. Montmartre. Extra fine Napoleon brandy. Great brandy. No, I didn't put a date that it was introduced below because I cannot find a date. It's got no indication that this name is trademarked. It only says on the back that it's imported by Maison Ferrand, and Maison Ferrand is a famous French cognac company. But like most liquor companies, they probably make some low-end stuff that they don't really want to talk about. They just let it go out onto the market. If it sells, fine. If not, they ain't lost much. I think that's the way that works. But no big deal, you know. All right. I think they put the wrong product in this bottle, though, because it looks and tastes like a chocolate liqueur and not a brandy. I know that seems strange. So it's like brown, and the Odessa is copper. There was a recent news story about a month ago where or 2 months ago, where they had a company that produces alcoholic beverages, and they produced energy drinks, and they screwed up their production line, and they put the alcoholic beverage in the energy drink canisters, containers, and they had to do a huge recall. So it can happen. Could they have put a chocolate liqueur in a brandy bottle? I guess it's possible, because it certainly tastes that way. But maybe in a year, if I buy another bottle of this and it tastes the same, I'll think, oh, well, just the way it tastes. Bizarre. Anthony says, I decided to purchase a bottle of Ciroc VS. Oh, good. After watching your challenge video the other day, your description was accurate. Great skin and great leaves. Oh, thank you. It makes me feel good when I get it right. All right. Here's a screen share. This is Global Spirits. They import a lot of brands, but this, in effect, is the website for number 4 best-selling brandy in the world, according to Drinks Club 2021. Well, that's 4 years ago, but that's what they're claiming 4 years ago. This V.S.O.P. brandy is produced in the ideal climate conditions because the distillery that was founded by Nikolai Shustoff, changed to FF from B, in 1863 is located by the coast of Black Sea. The brandy was named after the city that is renowned for centuries of winemaking and brandy production, Odessa. So there's that huge bottle there. the one I'm lighting up. My friend found this for $9.99. Now I pay $11.99 for this, which is the actual normal price. I wouldn't recommend getting these little bottles, half size or tiny. You're not getting much value off of those. And you're not taking a risk trying it. It's not like you're going to get stuck with a bottle you don't like. I think it's good standard brandy. It's not going to taste unusual. Okay, they're not showing any recent medals, but the events of February 2022 might have kind of impeded to update their website and get involved in actual liquor competition. But it has won many medals, as you can see. There's the aging room where all the barrels, the barrel room. They say they're Europe's largest distillery. They have over 15,000 barrels of cognac alcohol. Of these, 15% are aged alcohol under 50 years. So that would mean the other 85 is over 50 years. Okay, but anyway, their website's not coming up. It was saying some security issue with it, but there's the Global Spirits Network. They the Cognac Factory, Cortitza Distillery, and there's more. Okay, well, we'll off of this for now. I'd like to show you a website for Montmartre, but there is nothing showing. I mean, there's a website for Maison Ferrand, and they show all kind of wonderful looking products, but they don't list this. And I bought this at Total Wine and More. I saw that other liquor stores were selling it. You know, I looked online and they were showing other liquor chains selling it. So it's around, it was $17. So is the Odessa a better deal? Well, yeah, I paid $11.99 and I paid $17, like $16.99 for that. So obviously it's a better deal if the flavor is comparable or competitive, and I think it is. It smells like brandy, grape leaves, kind of like golden raisins. It smells like chocolate, like a chocolate liqueur. Now, could a chocolate liqueur be made with brandy? Well, yeah, whatever liquor base you want to use, whatever alcohol base you care to use is up to you, but it's bizarre. All right, so I'm going to say this is Odessa, but let me taste it first. That's Odessa. Really nice product. Got a little golden raisin, grape leaves, some savoriness, smooth, easygoing. My friend David was like, you ought to go buy a big bottle for $9.99. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have listened to him, but I mean, that's all right. There's about, 1,000 other brandy brands, cognac brands to try, you see. So but it is really nice. I would recommend it, highly recommend it. And the reviews are good online. A chocolate brandy, that sounds so strange, says Arnold. I know. Joe Hill says, cheers, Ron. Fandango Friday tomorrow. Yes, Joe, that's the plan tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern time. Fandango Friday. Any liquor or liqueur. And I'm going to bring I think I'm going to bring this Montmartre just to see if anybody else has tried it. I doubt it. Seriously doubt it. No, it tastes like chocolate. Winning the World Series? Probably the Dodgers. But you never know, right? But yeah, I would think they have the great advantage. You would assume so. But you never know. But they seem pretty unstoppable, more or less. So do I have a favorite? No, I don't. I'm wearing a Brave shirt. It's true, but not for any reason except that I said, let me wear it and I'll wash it. That was just like literally the reason. And I'll wear it in the videos. Now, if I go to Atlanta to a Braves game, I'll wear it, out of respect to their team. I'm not a Braves fan by any means, but I don't dislike them. I just don't I don't follow them or any other or any other transient team, you know, or any other transient team such as the Giants, the Raiders, the Dodgers, the Clippers, and so forth. The Dodgers are boring. They're just a super team that's basically taken all the good players. Laughing out loud. Yeah, they're like Bad Company or Blind Faith. All right. Do I like the taste of chocolate? Well, yeah. It's a very popular thing for people to eat, right? On the other hand, do I think brandy should taste like a chocolate bar? No, I don't. I don't think anybody in the world would taste this and say, "Oh yeah, that's brandy for you. That's brandy, boy. Let me tell you, boy, that's the taste there." No, they're gonna say, "What is this?" They're gonna be saying, "Well, this is chocolate, or what?" There's a brandy under flavor. There's an under flavor of brandy. That's what I'm saying. I think they took a chocolate brandy liqueur and mistakenly put it in this bottle. And I think a lot of people tasting it would say the same thing. What did they do? Put the wrong thing in that bottle? They do have flavored brandies. That's not unusual. In fact, it's common. I brought my daughter a blackberry brandy and spiced blackberry brandy. She liked them both. It was from LaRue, right? But there's so many brandy, flavor brandy companies. Balls, Bols, from the Netherlands. I think LaRue started in Belgium, but they left because of trouble in Europe and they came to the United States. Oh, I mean, just go to any liquor store. You'll see them over there in the cordial section, cordials and you know, flavored liquor stuff, liqueurs. Yeah, and chocolate is not unusual. There was one I was looking for. I could never find it. Albertsons kept saying they've got it. Then I'd go there and they didn't have it. Their website was so inaccurate. They have it in stock. I get to the store, they don't have it. I checked like 3 times. I just gave up. I think it was D.W. Anders. D.W. Anders chocolate liqueur. And every time I went, they didn't have it. They had the peppermint liqueur and like a caramel liqueur, and they had the regular D.W. Anders brandy with natural flavors and caramel color. D.W. Anders brandy, but not the chocolate. Oh, I mean, it's no tragedy, but it was irritating. So who wins here? Well, easily Odessa. It has an authentic brandy, or they call cognac, but it's not. It's from Ukraine. Authentic brandy flavor. And it was $5 to $6 cheaper. So of course I'm gonna like it $5 to $6 cheaper. This one tastes like chocolate liqueur, which I like, but doesn't taste like brandy, and it's $17. So I'm not gonna say don't buy it, and I'm not gonna say I don't recommend it. I'm gonna say go buy a bottle and see what you notice. If it tastes like regular, golden raisins, brandy, liquor, then that's going to confirm what I'm thinking, that they put the wrong product in the bottle. But I'm going to wait, and maybe next year I'll buy a second bottle and see. And if I buy the second bottle and it tastes like chocolate, then I'm going to feel like I wasted my money. Butch Willie says, hello to you, Butch. All right, we all take care. Now, tomorrow, Fandango Friday, liquor and liqueur, or liqueur and or liqueur. 6:30 Eastern time. Sunday is Super Sunday, which can be coffee, tea, milk, juice, any of those things, beer, wine, liquor. It doesn't matter. It's not a dedicated. It's a beverage, though. So the possibilities are endless there. And then next Wednesday is the 29th. Yes, and that will be 29th of October. That will be Strong Beer Wednesday. Strong Beer Wednesday, which means what? Any strong beer at 5.5% alcohol or higher. The lowest you can bring is 5.5. So if you say, well, I found this beer and it's 5.4, you're not joining. We have to have a cutoff. Is 5.4 a strong beer? Well, drink 3 of them, you'll find out. But we're just cutting it off there. So Mickey's, 5.6, that'll work. Bud Ice, 5.5. Of course, that'll work. Ice House, 5.5, that'll work. Dogfish Head, 120-minute IPA at 15% alcohol. That will definitely work. Oh, it'll work on you, too. It'll work on you. Oh, man, I don't have anything strong like that. The strongest beer I have in my fridge right now is 9%. 9%. You say, that ain't nothing. I'm a man. I'm 40. I can handle it. I can hack it. I can hack it. Okay. I can hack it too. I drank one yesterday, and no, I drank a Space Dust 8.2. I was dusted. After I drank that, I was dusted. So I wouldn't downplay those ABV levels. You know, some people laugh them off, but I wouldn't downplay it. And I just bought a 30-pack this morning of Natural Ice 5.9. I like Natural Ice. It has a good flavor, and it's $22 a 30-pack. That might be a bad deal in your state, but in Louisiana, that's one of the best deals that's available. One of the best deals available. So we don't have the best beer prices around here. We have amazing liquor deals. Everyone knows that now by watching this channel if they watched it. Our beer prices are kind of not so great. Probably in the middle. Not bad, not good, just kind of in the middle. I would say more like low, like heading toward not good. And okay, I know this isn't a whiskey video. That's true. But is VO Gold still available near you? Seagram's VO Gold? Yes. And in fact, I can get a full-size bottle for $22.99. And that price has not changed in 10 years. This is a true story. I can go right there to Mathern's, right, get VO Gold, age 8 years. And I bought it 10 years ago. Well, I bought it 8 years ago, but back then it was $22 or $22.99, $23. And it's that same price today. And that's a bargain. The best I ever had. And can you get the handles? Only fifths here. I can get the handles. But most stores don't mess with that. Rouse's has handles. I think Star has handles. And yeah. I think Total Wine and More has handles. I'm glad Sazerac bought it because, you know, when Diageo owned it, they were talking about discontinue. Well, they said they had discontinued it. They told me on the email, they said, we continued it. VO Gold. But then immediately they had sold it to Sazerac Company, and Sazerac was like, we ain't discontinuing nothing. They kept it going, and you can get fresh bottles on the shelf right now. I think the standard VO is a better value, though. Well, I don't know. Is it really? Because $22.99? I don't know. It depends. $22.99, 8-year aged VO Gold. you pay a little less. You get a 6-year age. I know it's 6 years because the LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, has a statement say it's 6-year aged. Even though it's not on the bottle. I mean, they probably gave them a sell sheet. They call that a sell sheet, and it's a file, and it says it's 6 years. But I mean, if you can get the VO Gold for a little bit more money, it's worth it. If you got to pay a lot more, then obviously it's not worth it. Now, what about the VO Black? I haven't tried the 90 proof VO Black. I don't know where to find it. Should I be buying that soon? I should be. It's been on the market for years now. VO Black, true story. Obviously trying to, you know who they're trying to compete with. And it ain't going to work. But there's also VO Apple. Seagram's VO Apple. And you know who they're trying to compete with. And it ain't going to work. But the Apple, I can live without ever trying that, certainly. But the VO Black, Seagram's VO Black, yeah, it has an interesting, unique bottle design. And I think I really need to get with the program on that. It's kind of pricey, though, like $26, Well, that's the same as that other product called Black, of which I'm never going to name on this video today because I don't need to, since everybody knows what I'm talking about. That runs about the same price. Well, actually, probably runs a little higher than that, higher than $26.99. So maybe I need to get on the case. Okay, so the winner here, obviously, Odessa. Cheers to Ukraine. Sorry, France, y'all failed in this case. But now we're going to take a trip over to Mexico the next time around. And we have Presidente, also from Pedro Domecq. Pedro Domecq of Spain. They moved operations. They didn't move all their operations. They just opened a new, what am I saying? They opened a new distillery in Mexico back in the 1970s because they were expanding. And they introduced Presidente brand 1973, and it appears that it's the #1 selling brandy in Mexico. And I found a bottle, and it's 40%, not like the bottle I found in Mexico, which was 35%, which irritated me to no end. I got home and I looked at the bottle. I said 35%. I was looking at that like I was so enraged, but luckily it was a half-size bottle. But I found the Presidente, and I got it for $13 even. True story, $13 even, of course, plus tax. Not $13.99, $13.00 plus tax. I was like, oh, I'm delighted now. And is it very similar to the Pedro Domecq, the one from Spain, the Fundador? Well, yes, it's very similar. Now, I'm not accusing him of, I can't stop coughing. This pollen in the air is unreal at this time of year. But I'm not accusing him of taking the same product and rebottling it as Presidente. I don't think that's the case, but it's probably very similar. In other words, it might be technically different, but when you taste it and experience it and enjoy it, then you're going to say, in a practical sense, it's like the same thing, Mexican, same thing, Spanish. Mexican, Spanish, Mexican, Spanish. In other words, whatever's cheaper, buy it. When you get things that are equal, you shop price, because if you don't, you're not being too bright about it. All right, we all take care, and we'll see what's coming up next. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Well, we know what's coming up next. Mexican brandy.